Thanks, Morgan.
Morgan, appreciate it.
All right, guys, you go ahead for Taylor.
Taylor, can you take us through what happened with your shoulder and how you're able to get back out there?
Yeah, so I dove in the end zone for that pylon. I reached out my arm, and when I hit the ground, I felt a little click or a pop. And, I didn't feel good after that, and the next series I got hit and hit the ground a couple of times and decided we should go in and look at it. And it was an AC joint separation. We came back out there, wanted to gut it out. And, we put everything out there on the line, but, just came up a little short.
Taylor, what was it like for you, the emotions of the day, learning that you were going to start and then going out and playing the way you did?
Yeah, a lot of people have asked me, what does it feel like going up against the GOAT, Tom Brady? And I didn't really think about that this week. Just focused on doing my job, getting completions, letting those guys do their thing. But, looking back at the game in the next couple of days, it's going to be something I'll be really proud about. Just the way everything that's happened in the past month and a half, and to go out there and do that, I'm proud of myself, and I'm happy that coaches believed in me, gave me that opportunity. So again, hopefully I can do it again next year.
What do you think you proved tonight?
Hopefully I deserve to be in this league a little longer. Again, I've been on the other side, not playing, being in the real world, and it's not fun. It's not as fun as this. So again, I want to be in the NFL. I want to keep playing ball. It's a dream of mine, and I'm gonna keep working towards it.
What was it like going into that last drive with a chance to game-tying drive right there? This is the opportunity, everybody dreams about. What was it like at that moment and on that drive?
Yeah, it was a hard-fought game. We were battling back all game, and again, we just came up a little short. That sack on third down was big. I should have just let it go and have a manageable fourth down. But it's tough to get a fourth down in 17 or 20. But I try to give Logan a shot. But how those fourth and longs go at the end of the game.
Taylor, what did you make of the Heineke thing on the PA after every first down?
Was that the Chase Young Heineke thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of heard that, in the background. I thought it was pretty funny. But again, Chase is a great guy. He's always there, right there on the sideline when the offense is on the field. I can't say enough good things about Chase. Being a rookie, taking the reins the way he has, being a leader. Again, he's going to be a real problem in the NFL for a long time.
Hey, Taylor, this is Darren Haynes. Of course, it's a great game and the season's over. What's going to be your next step on when you actually plan to take these finals that you didn't take from your semester?
Well, hopefully these professors will, email me and say you passed, you're good. But I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen. A couple weeks from now, I'm sure I'll take them, and hopefully I can pass them.
Hey, Taylor,
when did you learn you would
to your game? How important is mobility to your game, and how quickly did it come back in the last couple of weeks that you've been practicing and you've only played in that Carolina game and then today any meaningful minutes? Did that come back naturally?
Yeah, again, in the offseason and, during this whole season when I wasn't playing, I was just speed training and throwing. I was preparing like I was going to play. So, it's a big part of my game. I've tried to emulate my game after little Drew Brees, and Russell Wilson. Those guys, I feel like that's, kind of my type of game. So, if something breaks down and I have to run, that's something I could do. I think it's a good tool to have.
Taylor, how soon did you find out you would be starting?
Ron Rivera told me yesterday I'll be starting, so about 24 hours.
And what is the treatment plan for your shoulder? Is this something that will require surgery, you think, or?
No, it's just an AC joint separation. It's, nothing serious, just hurts like hell right now.
What were those 24 hours like before you were starting? Was that different at all than it might have been earlier in the week?
Not at all. Again, I was preparing like I was starting all week, and I thought in my mind I was going to start all week. So, again, when you prepare like you're going to start, that makes it that much easier on Saturday or Sunday. And again, the quarterback room does a great job with that.
Hey, Taylor, can you describe what happened on the touchdown run?
Yeah, we had a play where the halfback comes out of the backfield in the flat and trying to hit him now, and they covered him well. Then we had a drag coming to replace him. They covered him well, and hopefully we got Logan on a dig right behind him, but they covered him. So I tried to make a play, and the defensive line was actually doing a great job of containing me in there, and I actually slipped and found a hole and just took off. And again, when I saw that pylon, I just I wanted to get that touchdown.
Take a couple more.
Has the magnitude of this hit you yet? You had Patrick Mahomes tweeting during the game that he was impressed by it. It seemed like a lot of folks were watching this one.
Yeah, Mahomes is he's a great player, obviously, and probably one of the best in the game right now, if not the best. And we're in the same agency, so I might have to send him a couple texts, maybe learn a couple things from him. But again, that's pretty cool for one of the best, if not the best, to be tweeting about me.
Taylor, you were the talk. Taylor, you were the talk of social media tonight on Twitter. Everybody was talking about you. I'm just curious, what was your phone like when you went back to the locker room after the game? I mean, how many missed calls, text messages did you have?
Yeah, I haven't even checked it yet. I probably don't plan on it until tomorrow. It's a late night. I'm hurting right now. Kind of just want to go home and sleep, but I'm sure I got to find it.
Hey, Taylor, did Alex give you any advice yesterday or anything like that? Have you heard from him?
Yeah, he's been helping me all week again. He's actually been helping me since the moment I got here. And that just speaks volumes about Alex. Everything that he's been through, and just the person he is, the teammate he is. I can't say enough good things about him. So, he's a big part of this.
Last one.
Taylor, were you, or how did you manage to maybe calm your nerves, if there were any, once you got on the field? And did you ever take a look at the other sideline and look at Brady and just take a gander of that guy being the guy you're playing against tonight?
I didn't. Again, I just wanted to go out there and complete the ball and let those guys do it. I go back to college, and what my college coaches used to tell me, they just told me to complete the ball and get first downs. And when you keep getting first downs, next thing you know, you're getting points. So that was my biggest thing. Get the right read, get the ball to those guys, and let them do the work. And we just came up a little short today.
Appreciate it, Taylor. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
How similar did the atmosphere, the culture that you guys are building here kind of feel to that? And what signs do you take that you can even build off this going forward?
I mean, in KC, the years I was there, it was a culture that was kind of already set, already there. And, I think we did a good job here just building that culture. And, we just got to learn from this, build on it. I remember my first year in KC, we lost in the FC Championship, and we used that to give us motivation to learn from it, to help us win the Super Bowl. And that's the same process, same progress that we got to do here.
Kendall, you've played against Tom on playoff games before. What did you see from him tonight?
I mean, he made the throws that he needed to make. He did the little things right, gave his guys opportunities. And, like I said, in playoff football, all it is one play that can win and lose the game. And they just did a good job, came out, executed, and made more plays than we did.
Hey, Kendall, what did you think watching Taylor Heineke run that offense?
Just his grit. His willing to fight, his willing to compete. And, he at the end of the day, he gave us a chance to win it. And, that's all we can ask for him. It definitely motivated the whole team.
Anyone else?
Hey, Kendall, now that your first I'm sorry.
Go ahead, last one.
Okay, sorry, Kendall, now that your first season back here is complete, I guess how would you kind of compare how things felt when you first got to Kansas City, meaning, I assume you thought that program was on the rise. Do you feel this team now is officially on the rise and ready to create some heck?
I mean, yeah, you just look at our coach, look at the way we fought all year, the way we competed all year. We're definitely heading in the right direction, heading in the right trend. And, we're just going to come in the offseason, work hard, keep on following Coach Rivera, keep on buying into the system and in the culture, and just keep on going out there and competing and trying to win ball games.
All right. Thanks, Kendall.
Thank you.
All right, so I'll go ahead for Terry McLaurin.
I'll stand up.
Terry, just generally, what did you think of Taylor Heineke's performance?
Is it okay if I take this? All right. When he first got here about a month or so ago, I didn't really know too much about him. I know he played in the system. I knew, he was a guy who had some potential, but the first time I even caught a pass from him was last week. But he gained my respect, man. I got nothing but respect for number 4. The way he came in and handled his business, basically on a moment's notice when we found out Alex wasn't going to be able to go down, and he was just prepared for his moment. And that's what this league's about, being prepared for your moment. And, he was going through some things out there. He got banged up a little bit, but, you weren't going to take him out that game. And I take number 4 on my team any day of the week, twice on Sunday. So he has my respect. I hope we're teammates in the future. And I'm just proud of the way he gave us a chance to compete today.
Terry, just in terms of a quarterback, what did you see from him on the field, just in terms of his skills and what he was able to do for you?
That dude plays with no fear. And he's going to give his playmakers a chance to make plays. He's going to extend plays. He's going to run. He's going to take hits. He's going to do everything you ask for a quarterback to do in this league. For a guy who hadn't, to my knowledge, played a lot of football, up until this point necessarily, starting wise, I think he played pretty well. And, he gave us a chance. He gave us opportunities to make plays down the field. Some we made, some we didn't. He made plays with his legs, and he executed the offense at a very high level. And like I said, to do that, to fill Alex's shoes in a big moment of the playoffs, I mean, his first start's in the playoffs. And I got nothing but respect for that guy.
Terry, you made it a point to kind of go up to him before he left the field. What was that conversation like?
I just told him I appreciated him for laying it out on the field for us today. He's a baller, and he has a heart. He has a heart of a lion. And I told him, I appreciate him, and I take him on my team any day of the week. So, I feel like he respected that. The thing about him, he's a man of few words, but his action speaks volumes. So, I would say he was one of our leaders today out there on the field.
Hey, Terry, has it sunk in yet that after everything you guys have gone through this year, that this is the end of the road for this season?
Everything's still kind of fresh right now. It's different in the NFL. You come back and you have a different team than you did the previous year. I'm not really trying to focus on what's next for us. We have a meeting in the morning. I'm just trying to enjoy the guys that we have in this locker room, man, because we got a special group, all that we've been through on and off the field. There was good, bad, highs and lows, and we fought, man. And by no means are we happy with the result today, because we're not in for participation trophies and just getting here. But I feel like we're making the right step in the right direction, coming back from what we did last year. And, Coach Rivera has us on a really good path right now. And, hopefully everybody takes this moment to look yourselves in the mirror, and we can come back stronger for next year.
Terry, what did it take for you to get through these past 2 weeks? Physically.
Yeah, a lot of treatment, a lot of mental toughness, a lot of prayers, some adversity. I'm not a guy who's used to kind of being hurt, but, I have a great support system with my family, my girlfriend, my friends, my teammates. And it's not necessarily easy, but everybody goes through that. It's part of the game. And, once I got out of my mindset of why is this happening to me, why me, and just taking things day by day, continue to pray, continue to lean in my faith, things started to turn around for me mentally, first of all. And then physically, I started making turns and looking at my teammates in the face and knowing them, this could be the end for us. I couldn't in this season not playing, and played through some pain, but that's part of it. I do it twice over again.
Couple more for you.
Terry, I mean, I know you live in the moment with each game and in a season, but did this year surprise you with what you guys did?
Coming into this season, we didn't know what to expect. First of all, you got, the COVID pandemic that's affected everyone. Then we had a new coaching staff coming in. We got a lot of new players. We've had some some switch ups in a lot of positions. And the one thing I respect about us is every single game we fought to the end. Did we play perfect? No. Did we start fast? Did we always finish strong? No. But I feel like we never gave up, man. We got a lot of dogs in that locker room who are hungry to turn this organization around and head in the right direction where it belongs. And that's not going to happen overnight. We got to continue to work and grind every single day. As a young leader like myself, I'm just going to continue to lean on the older guys, look myself in the mirror, see what I can do better next year and be a better player and a better leader.
Last one.
Terry, this was your first playoff game too, and I just wonder what the moment was like for you and how you felt you performed, and maybe some of the young guys that are going to be the core group of this franchise for a while.
Yeah, I felt like it was a surreal moment playing in the playoffs. Obviously, it was a little different not having fans, but you can still feel the atmosphere, the lead up to build up to this game. Playoff football it was rough out there, man. It was contested. It was tough. You know what I mean? And that's what you love as a football player. I feel like this is what you sign up for. Speaking of myself personally, I just want to continue to help try to lead our guys, our young guys, myself to get better. I feel like I made the plays when they came to me, and just want to continue to encourage guys like Cam, Steve, Isaiah, to continue to work it, man. You may not make every play, but if you continue to work and grind, you're going to get those plays back. And I'm proud of the way they responded going into next year. Guys like AGG, we're hoping, they take steps because we need guys like that. The more weapons we have, the better our offense is going to be. And I feel like we have a young group of guys that are hungry, and it's just a matter of putting it all together.
Thanks, Terry.
Appreciate you guys all season.
Thank you, Terry.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, y'all, we got Deron Payne. Go ahead.
Deron, what was the key for the interior defensive line getting the pressure it did on Brady today?
Just rushing hard, just with relentless effort and every play.
It seemed like there might have been some ebbs and flows, I guess, for you guys getting home. Were they changing things up, or kind of what would you attribute that to?
You said some what?
Ebbs and flows.
What does that mean?
You were getting home, in spurts, sometimes and not.
I mean, Tom Brady, he's a good player. They got good players on their team. We tried to make plays when we did. Wish we could have made more.
As somebody who knows you're going to be a part of this team long term, what did this year mean to you guys, just in terms of maybe setting the table for things to come?
I was really excited by the way the team competed. We didn't just lay down at the beginning of the season when things were going bad. We just kept fighting, and I think it's a lot to build on going into the off season. And I'm just, like I said, I'm really excited to see what we're gonna bring to the table next year.
Hey, Deron, you wound up with the 2 sacks, and obviously they're against, Tom Brady, one of the greatest, if not the greatest of all time. Do you take a lot of pride in that, or does the loss kind of offset maybe how you'll appreciate that individual moment?
If we would have made it out with a win, I definitely would have been way happier than I am now. But hey, I take it. Live and you learn. I wish we could have made a couple more plays, got out of the field a couple more times on 3rd down, and been dancing around the locker room afterwards. But hey,
This may have been the last game for Ryan Kerrigan in Washington. What's it meant to be a teammate with him for the last couple of years?
Oh, Ryan, he's just a guy that you can just sit back and watch and like emulate. Like everything he does is the right way to do things, and like you can learn so much from him if you just sit back and watch him. The way he goes through his days, like he has a routine and does like everything just up to the standard of the way it's supposed to be. So I appreciate him. I love him to death, and I'm just happy that I got a chance to play with him.
Last one.
Deron, what did you think of how Taylor Heineke played today at quarterback? What stood out about his performance to you guys?
Heineke, he went out there and did what he had to do. Made some plays, moved the ball down the field. I'm proud of him for how he came in and competed. So I thank him for that.
All right, thanks, Ron.
No problem.
Thank you.
All right, y'all, go ahead for Morgan Moses.
Morgan, what'd you make of Taylor Heineke's day?
I think, man, the guy's an awesome football player. Number one, I've had the chance to watch him in his ODU days, obviously playing in Virginia. So, I think I think he threw for like 750 yards one game. So, I knew he had it in him. Obviously, when we played against Carolina and he came in and drove the ball down the field, it's some things that you just can't teach, and he has that it factor, and you can't teach that.
When you were watching him back in Virginia, you knew he had this in him.
I mean, obviously, you don't know what it'll pan out to in the NFL, but as soon as we signed him, Coach Turner came over to us and said, "Hey, man, we had this guy in Carolina a couple of years, and he filled in with Cam when we were making a playoff run when he was hurt." And so, me knowing him, just watching him play football at ODU, and him throw the ball. Obviously, he has a talented arm. I didn't know he was that fast, but he came in and played a hell of a game, man. Like, you couldn't ask for a guy to come in here and play any better.
Morgan,
So
what
when
did
you
you think? What did you think of him watching him on that touchdown run where he had to dive in the end zone?
His ability, the ability to stay in the pocket and when things unfold, and I think he read that corner that was kind of like had his back turned to, I think it was Terry, and he took the opportunity. And obviously, it's playoffs, so the guy took a dive, and obviously got a little banged up by it, but that's what you want from out of a quarterback. Every quarterback that we've had, Alex, obviously he came back and put his body on the line. You can't ask for anything more than that as a teammate and as a player.
Hey, Morgan, you've
okay. Sorry. When Morgan, when you and your teammates found out that it was going to be Taylor starting this game, what was your initial reaction? Were you all rallying around him because it's the playoffs? And even though it's your fourth quarterback of the season, fourth starting quarterback, it seems like some of your guys, like Chase Young especially, has really been spending time hyping him up and having his back.
It's just, like the way he carries himself in the facility, in the building, he's a true pro. I can't tell you why he was on the street before we picked him up, because obviously you see him out there playing today. He has every quality of a football player that you want. And I'm just glad we got him. And I'm glad, he did a great job, man. Like, it's no words to explain the performance that he had today. He stepped up in there in a big time stage, and I commend him for that.
Hey, Morgan, you've obviously seen a lot of tough days around here, and I know this doesn't feel good because ultimately you lost. But can you explain, I guess compared to everything that you've been through, like the kind of difference between after this loss and after other losses, I guess about the direction of the franchise?
I think the most important thing is, man, like, I appreciate every guy in this room that we have. Nobody gave us the opportunity or the chance to be here in this moment. And we've been through a lot as a team, with Coach Rivera, him battling cancer and the other coaches stepping up and then the players stepping up and us leaning on each other. It's probably been one of my funnest years playing football with these guys, man, just because it's been all football between us. And, man, it's just a loss for words, man. Like, I appreciate these guys, man. I think the future is bright. We got a lot of great players, man. I wish we could have got it done today. We fell a little short, but the future is bright. I feel great about the players that we have, and I feel great about the building that we'll be doing in this offseason, bringing new players, draft and all those things, man. I look forward to it. But I think you've seen us gel together in the second half of this season. And a lot of guys put it on the line, man. And I, as a veteran guy who's been here for 7 years and kind kind of been here and seen everything. I appreciate the hell out of that, from the younger guys all the way up to the veteran guys, man. It means a lot. I'm just happy to be a part of this team and be a part of this culture, man. And I look forward to getting back to work in the off season.
We'll take two more.
Morgan, have you felt like this before at the end of a season and prior?
Bro, it's been a long time, man. I mean, I think I've said since day one, man, like I've probably been a part of more talented teams. But this group of guys, man, in this locker room, I wouldn't trade them for the world, man. I honestly wouldn't, man. Like every guy that we have in this locker room comes in every day, doesn't complain, man. We got star guys like Terry McLaurin that deserves the ball every play, just about. But when he doesn't get the ball, you still see him out there running his route the best way he can and getting other guys open. And I think that's the biggest thing. When you got guys that are at the top of their game and they're willing to sacrifice a little bit to get the team to move forward, that's when you really know you got a football team.
Anyone else? Thanks, Morgan.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Morgan.
Morgan, appreciate it, man.